and welcome to my LinkedIn Live. Today, I want to talk about something that I feel is really important for us mighty mamas who are out here doing our best for our kids, for our families, for everyone else in our lives, but yet somehow we tend to forget what is best for ourselves, or we tend to forget how to prioritize things for ourselves. Today, I want to talk about the theme, the idea of growing through personal development. And today I wanted to share 10 different strategies or 10 steps to a process that can help you get there. During this live, I will talk about the first five, and I'll cover the next five in the captions. So here we go. Let's get started. So the first one is to really identify what your interests are. What is it? Something that you've been wanting to work on, a skill that you've been wanting to pick up on, or maybe something that you used to do when you were in high school or college or in your 20s, 30s, whatever age before you became a mother. And think about what you can do to develop those goals, to develop those skills. And then step two, how to do it is to set clear goals. Say, hey, you know what? I want to, in order to develop this skill, maybe what I need is some additional education. Maybe what I need is some additional mentoring. Maybe what I need is to find some additional resources, maybe read a book that will help me get there. And then once you figure out how to, what those goals are, make a plan for yourself on how to put that into practice. And this brings us to step three, which is start small. It is, I think we tend to be in that mind frame where we are in that go big or go home type of mindset, where we're like, oh, I want to, learn how to jump rope, for instance, and I'm going to spend an hour every single day working on it. Well, I think you might come across a few challenges. One, maybe finding that hour to devote to this. And then two, depending on your cardiovascular strength, it may be difficult to jump rope for an hour. It is a heavy, heavy, heavy cardio based exercise. And so it may be in your best interest there to start small and say, I'm going to spend 5 minutes today just kind of getting the basics. Maybe something else I could do is by the end of this week, I want to find 2 or 3 YouTube videos that show me some of the basic techniques and kind of how to get started with something like this. And then maybe three is, maybe I can start going on some more walks and runs just to develop my stamina and, develop that cardiovascular endurance so that when I do start jumping rope, it'll come a lot more easily. So that's just an example, but couple, start small and set those clear goals. And then step four is to dedicate regular time. Now, this one's a tough one because dedicating that regular time, I would consider it something like a non negotiable. And I know many people, you can either fall into one of two camps. One is that you can find that specific time that works for you every day. That's the same time every single day. So maybe 8:30 a.m. is your golden time. And you schedule that, you put that into your schedule for 8:30 every single morning. I know for me, I started doing that, but then some days 8:30 would work, and then other days 8:30 wouldn't, and it would be difficult for me to find that same time every single day. So another suggestion, what to do instead, is to just say, I'm going to devote half an hour to this, or I'm going to devote whatever, 10, 15 minutes. Maybe today it'll be 8:30 in the morning, tomorrow it might be 2:30 in the afternoon. So find those pockets of time, but don't be afraid to, schedule it at different times every week. It doesn't have to be the same time every single day. And then lastly, five is to is to utilize online resources. We have so many resources at hand, really right at our disposal, right at our fingertips. So find those, utilize those online resources, whether it is on YouTube or whether it is, a Facebook community. Those tend to be so, so helpful because I don't know about many of you, but I'm a visual learner. If I had to read about how to do jump rope, or if I had to read about how to, learn painting or learn like black and white pencil sketching, I couldn't do it. I need to see it being done in action for it to really resonate in my mind and for it to really, just support the way I learn best. So I would highly recommend utilizing those online resources while keeping in mind how you learn best. So if there's a specific way that you learn best, maybe you learn best through audio learning. I was just talking to a good friend, and both of us were so surprised to find that, where we listen to audiobooks versus having a physical book in hand. I am firmly in the camp where audiobooks are mostly for fiction books or, books I don't really need to reference so much. Whereas hard copy books are where I can, highlight, make notes, draw, write things in the caption, put in post-it notes, and those I'd reserve mostly for nonfiction books, because that's just the way I learn. Where she was completely in the opposite camp, where she's like, oh, I like to listen to those nonfiction books, and then just have a hard copy for fiction books. So whatever is your preference, lean into that when you are utilizing these online resources and when you are growing, when you are, keeping this habit, this goal, this theme in mind, that you want to pick up a new skill. It can be done, I promise you, and it can be done in a way that feels authentic to you. So that's all I have for today. Those are my first top 5 steps in order to help you keep growing. And this truly is, easy ways to embrace learning in motherhood. And the next 5 I will share within the comments, or in a separate post, or I haven't quite decided how I'm going to share that. But I will get that information to you, and hopefully we can use this as a way to keep ourselves all accountable in growing, in, just being the best version of ourselves, being the mightiest version of ourselves. And so that's all I've got for you today, my mighty mamas. I'm coming to you straight from the Smoky Mountains. The sun has just come up and now is right in my eyes. But hope you guys all have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. And I'll be back next week with my LinkedIn Live. Take care now.